Hi guys, I'm Reveena and welcome to my kitchen. Today I'm going to show you how to make homemade sushi. So I've already made my sushi rice. Making sushi rice is super easy, but you do want to buy rice which is specifically labeled sushi rice because it's short grains which cook a different way than regular rice, and they end up being really sticky but not goopy. So make sure that you get those. So I did 1.5 cups, which I rinsed really well under cold water until the water ran clear, and that takes a few minutes. Then I put them into a saucepan with 2¼ cups of water. So the ratio when you're cooking sushi rice is 1 part sushi to 1.5 parts water. I brought that to a boil on the stove, turn the heat down to a simmer, and let it cook for 15 minutes or until the water is completely absorbed. Then I let the rice cool. Then I place the rice into my dish. I use a spatula to make cuts through the rice, which will help further the cooling process and will stop it from sticking together and becoming really goopy. And then I made a little mix to season the rice, which is 3 tablespoons of rice wine vinegar, 1 tablespoon of sugar, and 1 teaspoon of salt. I whisked everything together and then added it to my rice, mixing it in by making the same cutting motion through the rice. And then I prepped a little omelet, which I'm going to put into my sushi, which is completely optional, but I did 2 eggs into a little pan. I cooked it on one side, and then I flipped it. Yes! Successful flip! Cooked it on the other side, and then I cut it into strips. Then I prepared some carrots and some cucumber, both of which I cut into strips. And the cucumber, I made sure to remove the seeds. And I also prepared avocado by cutting the avocado in half, using a spoon to scoop out the flesh, and then I cut it into strips as well. And I have the tempura from Thursday's episode. I have my nori here, which are sheets of seaweed. Nori is incredibly good for you. Make sure to get some seaweed in your diet. And I have here a sushi mat. These are great. They're like 10 bucks or so. I think you can find them in supermarkets or in Asian markets. And I've covered mine with cling film just so that my nori won't stick to it. Alternatively, you can take a piece of damp paper towel and use that between the mat and the nori so that nothing sticks. So we're ready to get rolling. Oh, I also have a bowl of water, which I don't think that you can see, but that's just because the rice is really sticky on your hands, and that way I don't have to keep making trips to the sink, which is all the way like 3 feet to my left. Like, it's really close. And I have black sesame seeds for the rolls where we put the rice on the outside, because that'll add a really beautiful color and crunch. Let's do this! I have my nori, and I'm putting, there's very clearly one shinier side, and that's going face down so that it's going to end up, that's what you're going to see in the sushi. And wet my hands, and I'm going to take a little bit of rice, just a small handful, and lay it in a strip along the nori. And shall we say some cucumber, so avocado. And now I'm taking my my nori, and I'm going to cover all my veg and give this a squish. So you go back, and then you bring everything forward once again, squish, and once more you finish rolling. And then we're ready to cut into it and just keep making more of these. I'm on to my second kind of sushi. So for this one, I put my sushi rice all over my nori. And in this case, it's really useful to A, have your bowl of water because your hands get sticky, and B, this is B obviously, to have your sushi mat lined with cling film, as you'll see in a second. So I have rice everywhere, and now I'm going to sprinkle this with black sesame seeds, which adds a beautiful crunch and tastes delicious and looks hella cool. Yeah, that's right, I say hella cool. And now we take the mat, place it on top, and we're going to do a quick flip, 1, 2, 3, like a boss. Yes! And once again, line with veggies, whatever it is that you like. And once more, give it a roll. Make sure to really take your time with this and squeeze it nice and tight, because that will make cutting it much easier and it will just look better. And it won't fall apart as you eat it too. It's not just art, it is food too. My sushi is all done. With the amount of rice that I cooked, this made 2 rolls where the rice was on the outside and 4 with the rice on the inside. Mmm! The rice is really flavorful. The black sesame seeds on the outside give it great crunch. I love the vegetables inside. The tempura is so good. I hope that you give this a try. I know that you're going to love it. It's super fun to make for a party when you have a bunch of people over and you can all hang out in the kitchen making your own sushi. These also keep in the fridge for a few days, so it's nice to like have all the fillings and then just like make yourself a sushi roll for lunch. Don't forget to subscribe to be notified when I put out new videos. It's free. And like this video if you liked this video. This recipe and all my recipes can be found on Reveena'sKitchen.com, so don't forget to check that out, and I will see you soon. Thank you for watching, and enjoy the winter. Bye! Unless you live in Australia, then you suck! I mean, you're great. You're so lucky. You're so lucky. Can we go surfing together? Okay, bye. Surf in USA!